Testing 1 2 1 2. Yeah, yeah. As you can tell, I am really excited. Today, the NFL schedule has been released. Now, it was kind of like a surprise. They barely let us know the day before, which kind of threw all my scheduling off because they normally give us at least a week advance notice. But it was kind of a nice surprise because during the off season, the NFL schedule release day is one of my favorite days because it's our first glimpse into what the Eagles will be facing the upcoming season. So this is our first taste of what the Eagles 2016 will be like. Now, looking at the schedule, let me pull it up. I'm going to be honest with you guys. With Doug Peterson and all the unknowns and all the changes we went through this offseason, I really have no idea what to expect from the Eagles. Now, I will let you guys know in advance that I will be doing the schedule predictor preseason predictions like I did last year, but Graham is updating the website. So with this kind of last minute announcement, we didn't have time to plug in the new schedule, but it will happen tonight, which means the site will be ready tomorrow. So I'll still put the link below, and tomorrow check it out and you can make your predictions, and I'll end up doing a separate video where I do my predictions for the Eagles. Now, that's going to be tough, like I said, because the Eagles, what I'm picturing is there's two alternatives here with the Eagles season. It could be a pleasant surprise where the Eagles just kind of, they're kind of on the upside. And with the schedule, we could have a pretty decent record. But on the flip side, this is like tossing a coin, like it could go either way. On the flip side, we could crash and burn. That's totally possible, and that's kind of something that's giving me nightmares at night. But we won't get all into that just yet. But let's just look at the schedule so far, just kind of at a glance. Now, I like week 1. We get to open up the season against a team that has had its own kind of moments and reoccurring moments of crashing and burning. That's the Cleveland Browns. So I've been making that comparison a lot this season, this year, but at least we will get to face a team that is more on the struggling side, trying to come up, versus a team that is just dominant. So I always like having an easier team first. Now, with the Browns, they have a very high pick in the draft. So who knows? They could draft a quarterback, or we could be facing good old RG3, familiar face. So that'll be an interesting game. I think it's a great way to kick off the season. Then we have, shout out to BearsBound0809. He tweeted me right away to let him know that the Bears have their home opener against us at Soldier Field for week 2. Now, normally the Eagles versus Bears, I've been wanting to go to Soldier Field for a long time, but I don't think that's going to happen this season. We do tend to play the Bears a lot, so I'm going to hold off on that game till hopefully next season or the season after. We'll see. But and then week 3 we have the Steelers. So we have 3 games and then a bye, which kind of sucks. I've always hated getting the early bye, and based on the tweets and kind of the Facebook messages I've been getting from you guys, y'all agree. Having a week 4 bye, that's just, you're barely getting warmed up in the season, and then you have a long second half of the season, which is brutal. So that did not play out in our favor, but hey, that's the card we've been dealt. And then we open up the bye week. After the bye week, we have the Lions. So we have Lions, Redskins, Vikings, Cowboys, Giants, and then Falcons. So shout out to Sports Live and the ATL. We might have to get another bet going. And then, so November 20th, week 11 is the game that I've been having my eye on even prior to the schedule release. You guys already know. You saw me and Norbcam during the playoffs hanging out and talking about, going to this game. So I like week 11 to help with giving me time to plan and figure out the stadium and all that stuff. Because apparently the Seahawks stadium is a little weird where their fans don't tailgate in the parking lot, which I find very odd. I need to do a little more research to confirm if this is a thing. Because I can't imagine a stadium that doesn't have tailgating in their parking lots. Like, it's unheard of. But I think there is some kind of like strict rules or something like that where I want to make sure we can do our normal thing. It's like our pregame ritual when we're doing the live tailgates together, where we get together in the parking lot in enemy territory and we just, have hundreds of Eagles fans coming out, having food, having drinks, and dancing, and just having the best time of our lives. Those of you that have been to Oakland and Arizona tailgates, you already know. But so yeah, I would say subscribe and kind of keep an eye out for my videos where I'll start mentioning details as I start to figure out how it's gonna work. So again, I'm kind of like, it's kind of me just trying to do everything. So bear with me. I will try and reach out to some of my homies to help. Since now I'm going to have a kiddo in the mix to help with some of the planning too. But we'll see. So I'm very excited. I've always wanted to go to Seattle, and being on the West Coast, it's one of those West Side stadiums that, I'm trying to hit them all up. So Seattle, we don't play them as often. So since we play them this year, I totally want to take advantage of that. And I'm going to talk to Norbcam, Seahawks fan, and Jeff Fu from Reckless Eating. He's also from Seattle. So I have a lot of friends from Seattle. They're going to give me tips. We'll start planning, and then I'll figure out how group tickets goes, because not all teams do it. So I'm going to call up as many people as I can. So bear with me. But now that I know the date, I can start figuring things out and start planning. So yes, I'm very excited. Now, Seahawks. After that, we have the Packers. So we have kind of a tough back-to-back. We have Seahawks, followed by Packers, and then Bengals. And then we go back to the Redskins, then face the Ravens, Giants, and Cowboys. So that looks like all 17 weeks. Those are our matchups. And again, we close out the season against the Cowboys. It's either the Cowboys or the Giants, and it's always whoever wins ends up making the playoffs type of scenario. So that's expected. But overall, the schedule doesn't seem too rough. I kind of like it. Some of the better teams are from last season that we're facing, like the Bengals, the Packers. They were a little wish-washy, where they had some kind of struggling moments in the season, which I like, because facing those steady teams that always win sucks, because more than likely they're probably going to win. But with a team that kind of has its moments, sometimes you can catch them on an off day, and if the team's really prepared, the Eagles really prep and are ready for the game, they might be able to take it. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Let me know what you guys think about the schedule. Let me know what games you're going to, and then tomorrow I'm going to post. I know I kind of breezed through these matchups because tomorrow I'm going to go a little more in depth and do my predictions using schedulepredictor.com. So I know a lot of you guys remember that from last season. It will be up and ready tomorrow. So we have to, update the new schedule, and that takes just a little bit of time. So yeah. Ooh, I'm so excited. Man, I want the season to be here already. So, catch my breath. And that's it. So, I will do Schedule Predictor, and stay tuned for my FanDuel video. I'm going to try and post that either late tomorrow or on Saturday. Dang, the week is already over. So just, I'll have links in the comments below or in the description below. And that's it. It's your girl Delio, PhilaDehlia Eagles.com, signing out. EAGLES, Eagles!